I'm trying so hard to not be poor. One bad accident, illness, or job loss could completely sink me. And I'm not sure if you feel like this too, but I am really sick and tired of the struggle. Hey, I'm Jane. I'm a single mom, and I'm not letting that hold me back. I bought 5 acres of raw land in the Kootenay Rockies, where I'm building my own home and homestead, planting a food forest, creating art, and living life on my own terms. All of this is so one day, hopefully, my kiddo won't need to struggle the way that I did. Come along with me as I create my very own freedom recipe.
I set out on a road that I built with my own 2 hands. I met friends on the way, people chosen to make a stand.
I gotta have some real talk with you guys today. As much as I am completely grateful for the opportunity to build this homestead, I'm also exhausted from trying to simply survive in an economy that's becoming less and less affordable. For the first time in decades, if not centuries, each generation keeps having less than the one before it. I'm also learning that there's a really big difference between taking out a mortgage and hiring a contractor to build your house versus needing to buy every single piece of lumber yourself. As I finally go and put some cedar shakes on my cabin today, after they've been waiting a couple of years for some love, I'm gonna open up about what this whole homestead development process has been like for someone who's chasing the dream, while barely scraping by. I feel a little bit like Cinderella these days. I have a chore list that's a mile long, and if I can just get 1,000 tasks done, then I'll be able to have fun again. Doing this build while being pretty broke has meant I needed to say no to a lot of pretty awesome adventures. I live in paradise, and I have wonderful friends who live a stone's throw away, yet most of my spare time needs to be spent with my hammer and nails. I can't afford to hire someone to do the grunt work, and I also can't leave these buildings to rot away half-built, so it's completely up to me to keep this train a-moving. For years now, I've taken what little money I've had and just put it completely into this project. I haven't bought new clothes, dined out, gone to a music festival, or even taken a yoga or dance class. Because the price of a yoga class is the price of 5 2x4s. I can't justify it in this stage of my life. It has felt like this stage has been my whole adult life though. I've never been able to ignore the price tags when shopping or splurge for a side of guac, you know? I also tell myself, well, not yet, as if one day that will all change, but that day has never really come. Nonetheless, I still keep showing up each day, putting in a ton of sweat equity into this homestead because I really hope that it will change for me. To be honest, I don't really know if the splurge lifestyle is ever going to be my normal, but I hope it is for my kids someday. That doesn't mean that I don't want them to work. No, they're still going to need to have a job or create a business of their own, but I'd love if the work I'm doing today might mean that they could have a little breathing room between paychecks. I'd love if they could sign their own kids up for music lessons without panicking about how that was going to affect groceries for the next month or 2. That is a particular ongoing stress for me, but I'm never going to pass on them doing a childhood activity that they want to do. It's also important to me that they stay blissfully ignorant of my struggle. I want them to explore this forest, plan their treehouse, and laugh with friends on the trampoline. By their age, I was already helping my family with the bills. I'm trying my best to create space for memories and future nostalgia for them. There are studies that show that growing up in poverty affects your decision-making in adulthood. It actually creates a lot of impulse buying. But wealthy families tend to teach delayed gratification and how to manage your time and money wisely. I'm trying to learn all of this too, so I can send my kid out into the world with a strong mental foundation. Ideally, they won't make some poor choices with their money, time, and career like I did. Okay, not all the choices I made were bad, but I didn't get the benefit of compound interest by starting in my 20s, for example. Nor did I choose career paths that were secure and sustainable. Don't get me wrong, I'm not gonna try to control my kids' choices. They can still choose their own path. I just wanna make sure that they're informed about which lifestyle comes along with each path. I feel like the phrase, "you can do anything you wanna do," was missing the end part. It should go, "You can do anything you want to do, but not everything you do is going to give you what you need." It's like how I went full send into theater school without doing any research about what lifestyle came along with pounding the pavement for auditions. I had a vague idea at 19 that the starving artist was a stereotype, but I didn't fully understand that that meant never really getting ahead of the bill collector, or that it'll probably be super hard to support a family while following that path. I even think that the risky paths like that are totally fine if you know for sure that you never want to have kids. If you're single and child-free, the world is your oyster. But I'd known kids were most likely in my future, and I made zero plans to create a life to support that. So when I became a single mom, I really felt like I was caught with my pants down. Except for a few short, blissful years, I have been having money stress ever since. Have you ever heard the saying that goes, "Being poor is expensive"? It's because of things like needing to buy a cheap car, for example, but the cheap car breaks down all the time and has to go to the shop on the regular. I've taken my car to the mechanic at least 8 times in the last 2 years, and it needs to go back in today too. Just yesterday, it stalled leaving the gas station and I was stuck on the street with a dashboard full of warning lights. I'm scared to find out what that's about because I don't know if it's something I can afford to fix, and living rurally means you gotta have wheels to get around. This sort of thing contributes to the exhaustion. When you're poor, you're always a little bit stressed about the next setback that's coming down the pipeline. You're always a little on edge. I feel like I've even forgotten how to really laugh, and a couple of my friends have said the same thing. With the cost of living skyrocketing, playtime has become less and less. One time a couple of years ago, I had my first deep belly laugh in years, and it felt foreign in my throat. The laugh even kind of hurt, and it felt like those muscles hadn't been used in a really long time. And to be fair, my throat kind of feels like that now too. I haven't been able to laugh as deeply as I used to, and I also haven't been able to cry as deeply as I used to either. Mostly, it feels like I have an internal coach telling me to just keep swimming and hope for things to let up in a few years.
You can't keep up, you fall behind. You lost your aim.
If you've been with me on this channel for a while, you'll know that I've been trying to find a steady career out here in the mountains. But there aren't that many well-paying jobs in rural areas. I tried a one-on-one plumbing apprenticeship with a retired plumber last year, but after his knee surgery didn't go so well, that apprenticeship had to end, and I also wasn't feeling joy in the work, to be fair. Luckily, I now start teacher's college in a couple of months, and even though I'll be a student for a year, I'm really hoping that becoming a high school art teacher will check a lot of the boxes needed to help me feel safe on the inside again. It's teaching art, which is my passion, as well as being in community with an aspiring group of people, which is very important to me, and also less time in front of a screen, which seems unheard of these days. I genuinely feel like the Stones got it right when they said, "You can't always get what you want, but if you try sometimes, you might just find you get what you need."
Hit you harder, don't go away. Hit you deeper, running through your veins for one more day.
From the outside, I get how it can seem like, oh, she must be doing really well for herself. And in terms of assets, luckily, yes, years and years of hard work are starting to pay off. But also, this is a borrowed compressor and air nailer from my brother, and I wouldn't have been able to keep going on this craziness without my community helping out with things like that now and then. My parents also gifted me these cedar shakes, and even though it's taken me 2 years to finally find the time to install the rest of them, I'm still as grateful as I was on the day I got them. If people can help out those around them, then we all stand a chance of raising ourselves up. No matter what though, there are always going to be a few bumps in the road.
Like a fire burning wild, a freight train you can't stop. Like a nightmare, but this time you don't wanna wake up. Like a fire burning wild, a freight train you can't stop.
Just as I'm ready to bang up some shakes, the hose attachment is too small for the air nailer. And off I go to spend more money that I don't really have at the hardware store.
The worst best thing that's ever happened to you. Close your eyes.
Okay, I'm back, and I've made this little attachment thing, which should hook the nail gun up to the compressor hose, and I can finally do this. Thanks, Dad, for giving me the tip about the attachment idea. And now I've got a client showing up in like an hour, so I'm gonna try to get a little bit done before the appointment and then a little bit done after. Luckily, people out here are pretty understanding when things are under construction.
A really bad day.
I've had to heal a lot of my perfectionism in order to still take on clients while building this homestead. Normally, I wouldn't want anyone to come over until I've got everything dialed, but that's just not possible. I still need and want to tattoo, and my clients are still wanting my art on their bodies. Inside the cabin is sterile and totally good for the sessions, but damn if I don't feel shy walking them past the tarps, covering materials and tools stacked under the deck. Everyone's been really excited to see the progress in person, so I think it's just me that needs to let go of what other people think. All of that being said, I'm still so stoked to have some more of the exterior of the cabin finished.
I understand.
I always feel like I'm flirting with the edge of poverty, always unsure if the next week is gonna be okay. Sometimes people ask how I'm able to do all of this homestead building stuff, and it's because I live like I'm poor.
It's over now, so don't despair. The world could fall down, it's gonna be okay. The sun could go out, we're gonna be okay. If all the blue skies fade to gray, we're gonna be
Even during
okay.
times when I've had money coming in, like after logging or after being bought out of my last property, it's always going straight into this build. So my day-to-day lifestyle stays stretched pretty thin. I heard someone say that in order to become wealthy, you need to live like you're poor, and I underestimated how long that phase would be. I'm starting to think it could be my entire lifetime, and it might not even be me that gets to enjoy the fruit of my labor. It might be my kid or even my grandkids. You know what though? That's motivation enough for me to keep going.
We're gonna be okay. If all the blue skies fade to gray, we're gonna be okay.
I'd like to have some time in my life though to make a painting or take a dance class again. Sometimes I wonder if I'll ever be able to create art like I used to. An old friend once said, the best art most people make is in college because life gets in the way afterwards. Being professionally trained in singing, dancing, acting, fine art, and animation, but not being able to actually do those things because of a lack of time and money is so hard. In fact, this cabin I'm working on was built to be an art space. I do tattoo in here, which I'm super grateful for, but I also wanted to use it to paint as well. I'm gonna ask you guys to keep nudging me in the comments to paint again. And when I do, I'll definitely share that journey with you too. For some reason that feels really scary and vulnerable, so that probably means I really need to do it. If I'm gonna be a starving artist forever, I better at least make the friggin' art.
Guess I lost it all. Stay here with me.
Okay, that's looking pretty good. I'm gonna glue the top row on, and I'm not gonna do that today because I don't have the right glue, but I am gonna stain it because I wanna see what it's gonna look like because I think that's gonna be like the motivation wall. This is taking a lot longer than I thought. I literally asked to borrow the compressor for 2 days, and now I'm like, ooh, how's 2 weeks? But let's see what it's gonna look like when it's done, yeah? Well, if I needed to practice patience while waiting for art to come back into my life, then putting these shakes on is the perfect lesson. Changing my life one shake at a time.
Somewhere, somehow, I guess I lost it all. Stay here with me.
so worth it though. The whimsical vibe I'm aiming for is actually happening. I'm staining all the siding to match the tiny home and everything else around here. And this is the part I geek out over. Honestly, it feels great to have a paintbrush in my hand, even if it's not for a landscape painting. Yet. As it is with everything I build on my own, it's taking one bite of the elephant at a time. And despite the financial struggle, I really am just super grateful that I have an elephant at all. Clawing my way out of poverty seems to be a lifelong process. And sometimes it's hard to love the journey when I'm stressed about money. Pretty much all the time. But having little wins like seeing these cedar shakes instead of the building wrap I've been looking at for the last 5 years really gives me hope that this dream will come together one day. And no joke, I picture my future grandkids exploring the pond looking for frogs and hearing their laughter echo off the water. That one idea alone makes my efforts seem less like a struggle. I'd love to have an era in my life where I get to play and make art again, and I really hope that you and I are going to celebrate one day about how this whole homestead really came together in the end. But for now, it's living that hand-to-mouth existence in order to make that happen on my own. So I'll see you in the next episode when my art studio space becomes even cozier than it already is, and I take one little step closer to freedom. And no matter what you do in life, remember to pour love into it.